Hi there, I am the book lady, and guess what? We're going to talk about, can you guess what we're going to read about today? This is my turkey. Thanksgiving. It happens to be one of my favorite holidays. I'm not sure why. I just like Thanksgiving. Maybe it's because I like to eat. Maybe it's because I like to be with family. Maybe it's because I appreciate that the weather's gotten a little cooler. Who knows? But I like Thanksgiving. And I hope you do too. And we're going to read two really good books about Thanksgiving. Okay? Did you see I brought my turkeys? And this is what I would decorate my table with for Thanksgiving. First one is Today is Thanksgiving. It's by P.K. Hallinan. And it's pretty good. And we will talk about this when I finish, okay? Today is Thanksgiving, and an icicle breeze nips at your window and whips up the leaves. Oh, what a morning! The cold autumn haze brings visions of pilgrims and Indians and maize. Maize, that is another word for corn. So wrap in a blanket and don your warm socks and pretend you're descending an old Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock is where they say the pilgrims landed when they took their voyage across the ocean. And with football in tow, downstairs you go. Already the kitchen's beginning to swell with all the aromas you know oh so well. The scent of potatoes rides lightly on air. The fragrance of turkey encircles your hair. And the pie slowly baking. It's apple, you're guessing, while celery stalks boil to help make the dressing. And you gladly pitch in, rolling dough nice and thin. Then it's off to the den where the TV is tuned to a colorful parade. That's another reason I like Thanksgiving. I like the parade. Full of floats and balloons. And you watch for a while, but soon it's all done. So you roll out the door for a stroll in the sun. And the chilly air tweaks your nose and your cheeks. Now, here come your friends racing onto the scene. They're ready for football in their jerseys and jeans. So you quickly choose sides and you mark off the goals using jackets and earmuffs and telephone poles. Then with one mighty kick, the game starts to click. And oh, what a game. So many trick plays. You sneak to the mailbox, then streak the wrong way. But then a long pass over driveway and grass is caught near the earmuffs. A touchdown at last. And everyone sighs as you end in a tie. Later, back home, you quickly get dressed and shine like a diamond to impress all your guests. And here they are now. It's the whole family clan. Why, it's dear Auntie Pansy and big Uncle Stan. And everyone's bearing some food for the sharing. Soon, there are roomfuls of nephews and nieces. The cat's on the table, the dog's got the sneezes. And Uncle Tobias is asleep in the chair, while Petey the parakeet creeps in his hair. Oh, look at that. There's a bird in his hair. And the whole house resounds with hilarious sounds. The time has arrived for the meal to begin, so you dash to your chair with a flair and a grin. and the hot giblet gravy brings loud ooh and ahs, but the sight of the turkey draws a round of applause. Woo! Then all heads are lowered as you join in a prayer, giving thanks for your blessings and the gifts waiting there. And with grace at an end, you whisper, Amen. Oh, the meal is a wonder, a cranberry dream. There's a crisp garden salad and fruit in whipped cream. And the portions keep coming, the rolls and the yams, till your tummy's so full, it's too crammed to expand. But you let out a sigh and make room for the pie. The evening soon fades into games and charades, and the clan drifts away like a tired parade. Then alas, it's all over, the laughter and fun, for now Auntie Pansy has hugged everyone. So you head up to bed, then stand in your room, gazing out the window at the gold harvest moon. Now, you can't promise there's going to be a big gold harvest moon every Thanksgiving, but wouldn't that be nice? And the last thing you do is smile and say, thank you for Thanksgiving. What a wonderful day. I love this story because it reminds me very much of the Thanksgivings I'm familiar with and the food. Now, I will tell you, we never have salad on Thanksgiving, but we do watch the parade. And if I have time, I'm going to tell you a little more about the parade, the one we watch on TV. I was in New York City the day before Thanksgiving. I'll tell you about that. But first, I'm going to read Thanksgiving in the Woods. Do you know this is based on a true story? This really happens. Yeah, wait till you hear. First of all, you know how I love those cover pages? Look, because around Thanksgiving, in many places, is when the leaves really are falling, or many of the trees are bare. All right. When fall winds blow cold and jack-o'-lanterns lose their smiles, when branches lie bare and corn stalks rustle in the wind, that's when it's time for Thanksgiving in the wood. Days and days go by, and I keep adding to my Thanksgiving pile. A tool belt and my favorite rocks, a rope, seashells, a flashlight, and Brownie. That's his dog. Everything I'll need for Thanksgiving in the woods. One chilly morning, Mama wakes me early. Today's the day, she says. I stuff all my treasures into a backpack. Mama gathers boots and winter coats. Daddy grabs his guitar and my recorder. Come on, he says. Let's get going to Thanksgiving in the woods. We drive and drive and finally turn onto a curvy gravel road. That's when I see Grandpa standing next to his orange truck. He starts the engine and I climb into the cab. Time to get ready for Thanksgiving in the woods. We drive over rutted fields, then down a slope to a clearing under trees that reach to the clouds. Oh, I see the cousins building a fort right next to the little stream. How fun is that? A perfect place for our own Thanksgiving in the woods. Daddy and Grandpa unload long wooden planks for tables and bales of straw for us to sit on. See, they don't bring a bunch of chairs. You just bring some bales of straw. Uncle Charlie makes a bonfire while neighbors hoist a tarp. A tarp is almost like a tent that's flat over branches. Everyone's rushing to get ready for what? Thanksgiving in the woods. Early the next morning, I'm one of the first ones to wake up. I can hardly wait for breakfast to be done. While grown-ups laugh and talk, kids pull on sweaters and boots. We want to get there first for Thanksgiving in the woods. Some neighbors are already at the site. Here, help stack up some kindling, Grandpa says, and we do, running whenever someone calls. We all need to help if we're going to have Thanksgiving in the woods. Soon, a tractor comes over the hill. Grandma and Mama sit on the hay wagon, steadying a load of pots and covered pans filled with turkeys and dressing, mashed potatoes, peas, and corn. Oh, whoa, now it's starting to smell like Thanksgiving in the woods. I like this picture. First of all, it's a very wide picture. But see, there's the tractor pulling the wagon, and look at Grandma and Mom sitting in there. And there's some other women, and they have all the food. For what? Thanksgiving in the wood. Neighbors, relatives, and lots of people I don't even know cross the field to the hollow under the hemlocks. They carry baskets and bags and boxes filled with apples and pickles and pies, every imaginable food to share for Thanksgiving in the woods. Wow, look at all the people. At 1 o'clock, Grandma rings her special bell. We form a huge circle and sing, "'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free." People talk for a long time about being thankful. Brownie gets very hungry waiting until it's time to start Thanksgiving in the woods. Lines of people snake around the tables, filling plates with mounds of food. The cousins and I dart in and out, grabbing buns, turkey, and other treats we take to our fort. I mean, aren't forts the most fun in the world? We love forts. There, we'll have our own Thanksgiving in the woods. Grown-ups are playing fiddles, banjos, and drums and singing songs that everyone knows. Soon, Daddy joins in with his guitar, and I make up a tune on my own on my recorder. My way of celebrating Thanksgiving in the woods. We stand around the bonfire, warming up on both sides. You know how when there's a fire, you're like that, and then you turn around so you can get your back warm? Kind of like what you do to marshmallows. Grandma passes out marshmallows, and I take 2 to roast, toasty and brown. One of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving in the woods. When everyone's had enough turkey and potatoes and pumpkin pie, people start packing up their gear. In groups of 2 or 3, they walk back to the farmyard, bringing an end to Thanksgiving in the woods. Daddy puts me on his shoulders and we walk with Mama and Grandpa along a candlelit path through the woods. I pull Brownie close to keep him warm and happy that he came along for Thanksgiving in the woods. Back at the bonfire, I can hear a banjo and someone singing. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. Now that's a perfect ending, Grandma says as we walk in the dusk. A perfect ending to Thanksgiving in the woods. And then the back of the book is the song with the music. I really liked this book. And I'm going to tell you something here. The very beginning of the book, there's a photograph. See? There are people, and they're in the woods. They're dressed warmly. And I'm going to read you. Every Thanksgiving for more than 20 years, a family in upstate New York has hosted an outdoor Thanksgiving feast in the woods on their farm. Almost 200 friends, relatives, and newcomers join in the festivities each year, regardless of the weather. They bring food to share in a rustic woodland setting with bonfires for keeping warm and tarps overhead as protection from snow or rain. That would really be different, eating your turkey and stuffing in the maybe wet snow. But they kind of make like a fort. It's a time of great celebration and joy with music and singing filling the air for this Thanksgiving in the woods. So see, this is based on something that really happens. Doesn't that seem like fun? Oh yeah. Now, I was going to tell you about the parade. See, there's a parade in New York City every year. It's called the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Macy's is a store. And I don't know how long the parade's been going on, but it's been going on as old as I am, and that's a long time. And they have those big balloons, and they have all kinds of bands. It's just so much fun. And I like it because that's often when I'm doing some cooking, so I can have that on and hear it while I'm chopping celery or onions and, things like that. Well, we went to New York City. We were there the day before Thanksgiving. And guess what? We went and watched those balloons, which were all over the street, just lying all over. It was like they had melted all over the street. And then, I don't know exactly how it happened, but they started to blow them up, and you saw them come to life. You can't believe it. It's so much fun. And now every time I watch that parade, I think about the day that I watched them blow up the balloons. It's called the inflation of the balloons. That's a big word, inflation, but it means blow it up. Okay, this is Over the River and Through the Wood, and I think we have time to read it. Over the river and through the wood, to Grandfather's house we go. And there we are. There's Grandma and Grandpa in the kitchen getting ready. And Grandpa says, "Woo, the family's gonna be here soon." The horse knows a way to carry the sleigh through the white and drifted snow. Wouldn't it be fun to go over the river and through the woods in a horse-drawn sleigh to Grandma and Grandpa's? Not everyone does it that way. Over the river and through the wood, oh, how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the nose, and over the ground we go. And I love Mom saying, "Hey, close the window, please." Well, you know, they're excited. And there are Grandma and Grandpa. They're going to put the tablecloth on the table. I mean, they're getting ready. Looks like the food's ready. Now they're getting the table ready. Over the river and through the wood to have a first-rate play. Hear the bells ring, ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling. Hooray for Thanksgiving Day. Here we come. And I love that Grandma and Grandpa have on their refrigerator a picture that obviously one of their grandchildren drew, because my refrigerator has a picture that my grandchildren drew. So that just warms my heart. Over the river and through the wood, trot fast my dapple gray. Spring over the ground like a hunting hound, for this is Thanksgiving Day. Ooh, she is basting the turkey. Grandpa is getting the chairs and putting them around the table. Over the river and through the wood and straight through the barnyard gate, we seem to go extremely slow. It is so hard to wait. Oh, when are we going to be there? Are we there yet? Isn't that a favorite line whenever we're in the car? Are we there yet? Over the river and through the wood, now grandmother's cap I spy. Hooray for the fun. Oh, aren't they having fun? Now, let me finish, and then we're going to talk about that. Is the pudding done? Hooray for the pumpkin pie. I don't know about you, but I love pumpkin pie. Well, I really love it with lots of whipped cream on it. Just saying. And that's the end of the story. But again, look, there's the song. I like it when they put the song in, because if you take this book out of the library, you could take this home and play it on your piano, on your violin, on your recorder. Yeah. So I was going to tell you why do we think this is, where's that picture? What's so fun about that? They're sitting at a table eating. What's so fun about that? I'll tell you what's so fun about that. First of all, they're eating special food that we don't always eat every night, right? Secondly, they're all together. Yeah, they're all sitting down. And to make it a special day, because it is a special day, it's when we give thanks for all that we have. We give thanks for the library. We give thanks for our books. We give thanks for our family. I give thanks for all of you. I like Thanksgiving. I give thanks for my family, and my family just keeps getting bigger. I love it. Yeah, I get more and more grandchildren, and it's great fun. But I also, I do make food that I'm not going to make all year round. We set it aside as a special day. You know, I don't make, some people call it stuffing, some people call it dressing. I don't make that every day. So that's a special time when we have that. And pumpkin pie, we don't eat that every day. I don't eat pumpkin pie in June. I could, but I don't. It's because it's for a special time of year. And being with your whole family. And you know, some tables are small. There might be only 2 of you. I remember a Thanksgiving when the book lady and Mr. Book Lady were alone. We were alone at the table. Our children were with their other families, and we were alone. But it was still a special day because we still had turkey, gravy, stuffing, mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie. Doesn't matter how many people are at your table. Some people have to have 3 tables. They have so many people. And some people are alone. And so we have to remember those people. They're alone on Thanksgiving Day. And so things like the parade on television are really important to them. And maybe they like to listen to good music or read a good book, or maybe open a photo album and look at pictures that give them good memories. But Thanksgiving it's an important day, and you're all very young, so you don't understand what a tradition is. Do you know what a tradition is? Tradition is something that has been done in your family for a long, long time. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, they all had turkey, stuffing. It's something that you carry on. And when you get older, when you become old like the book lady, when your hair is white, you will have certain things that you pass on to your grandchildren. And you might say to them, we've always done it this way. You might have a recipe of how to make the best stuffing, and you'll share that. The other thing is, if you know someone who's going to be alone, all alone on Thanksgiving, maybe you'll open your door and invite that person to your home and let them see your traditions. Let them try your stuffing. Let them try your pumpkin pie. I brought a book. I think it's up there behind me. If I'd had time, I was going to read it to you. However, we read it last year. And it was about a couple, an older man and woman, and she was fixing dinner for them for Thanksgiving, and she burned it. Ooh. Well, they went out for a walk, and there was a door to a house that was open. And the people said, come in here, come, join us. We're having a big Thanksgiving party, and we want you at our party. Well, the food they ate was very different than what they normally ate. And the things they did dancing. I don't know, do you dance at Thanksgiving? See, those are traditions. Well, they invited this couple into their home and introduced them to new traditions. And guess what? It was a very important Thanksgiving. Oh, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and be sure to give thanks and show your thankfulness. Show it. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandparents how important they are to you. Remember, the Book Lady is on YouTube. Yes, you can find us on YouTube. Just type in the Book Lady. I think I'll head to the library now, and maybe I'll get a cookbook and figure out something good to fix for Thanksgiving Day. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and until next time, I'm the Book Lady. Bye-bye.